and welcome to Those Forking Fangirls, where we talk all things nerdy book, TV, movie, pop culture, fandoms, and how they integrate into our adult lives. I'm Christine.
And I'm Natasha.
And today we are joined by the award-winning, best-selling author of My Oxford Year. Thank you for listening. And Casanova LLC, an audiobook narrator extraordinaire. I know you've heard her voice while listening to Addie LaRue, Malibu Rising, Book Lovers, People We Met on Vacation, Great Big Beautiful Life, Part of Your World. There's so many. You've done over 700 audiobook titles. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yes. Yes to all of it. Yes. Accurate.
Natasha, finish up her intro.
And her first novel, My Oxford Year, was just adapted into a film starring Sophia Carson and Corey Milcreast, and it's out today, August 1st, on Netflix. Julia Whelan is here!
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
So forking excited to be here.
Yes.
We're very fucking grateful that you're here. Very, very excited. We saw the film last week for the first time. It was your first time, right?
Yes.
How did you feel? What was the roller coaster?
It was good. Well, see, for me, because my history goes back so far with this project, that's why I wasn't sitting there being like the typical author, just going, "Oh my gosh, what are they going to do?" Like I had genuine curiosity about which versions of which screenplay made it in. Like, how did the cast bring it together? What was the director doing? Like, I literally had the pleasure of being able to sit there and just watch the finished product and be like, "Okay, everyone made this happen. This is incredible." Yeah,
it was so good.
It was so good.
So excited for you when it was done. I was like, oh my God,
yeah,
that's the dream. The dreams have a great adaptation.
Wait, okay, did you cry in your own movie? I need to know.
Oh, that's a very good question. No, I think I'm all cried out because of the book.
Okay.
I think I've shed every last tear I can shed.
You've done your cathartic.
I've done the crying on this for many years now. Yeah.
Yes.
Christine, also, I turned to her and she's like, I didn't cry. I held it in.
I was holding it in so hard because I have this new mascara that's so stupid. It gets all over my face.
What were you? You're just like the opposite of whatever. You like close your eyes and think of England. Like I'm not focusing on how sad this is right now.
I was keeping them really open so that they didn't like hit the bottom line where the tear was gathering. So I was like, ugh.
Yeah, look it up.
It worked.
It's good. Great.
But that last sequence, man, almost got me.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah. No, I mean it is a slightly different ending. So, I think we can all acknowledge that without spoiling everything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Today, guys, we're diving right into our main discussion with Julia. Our regular segments like What Right Now and Snap, Crackle, Pop Culture News will be on the back half of the podcast. You can find those timestamps in the show notes.
Yes. And we're going to open this up with a lightning round. But before we do, I want to quickly inquire. So I, of course, already know about you, but I was doing some research last night and saw the quote about you being the Adele of the audiobook world. And then I've seen other people talk about this, and I was like, why specifically do you think people have, said Adele when really you put out so much? And I feel like Adele puts out every 10 years. I think you're the Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. As a Swiftie, I was like, Julia Whelan does way too much to be output story-wise.
Thank you. That's very funny. I think it was, the New Yorker's never-ending quest for alliterative content. I think Adele of audiobooks has a nice ring to it. But I also think it's indicative of, I have been called, the Meryl Streep of audiobooks. General David Petraeus, which is absolutely hilarious, calls me the Michael Jordan of audiobooks.
Oh, and I like that.
But I really think it's just because there is, because audiobooks are still so niche, sort of, we have to, borrow credibility from other very highly visible, because otherwise there's, no one we can lean on in audio and say,
Yeah, or you could be like the Julie Andrews of audio.
Yeah, something.
She's so sophisticated.
I like Meryl Streep.
I like Meryl Streep. I like Taylor Swift.
That was Taylor Jenkins Reid, to be fair. That credit goes to Taylor.
Oh, amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we're going to move into the lightning round. Are you ready?
Yes, I think so. Okay.
Okay. Natasha and I will go back and forth with the questions here. All right. Favorite month of the year?
October.
Okay.
I'm
Halloween?
a basic... I'm just a basic pumpkin spice bitch.
Oh, we love pumpkin spice.
I love fall. I went to college when I wasn't at Oxford. I went to college in Vermont. I just love the change of seasons. I love that, that Stars Hollow sort of, wanderlust thing. So,
And now you live in California.
Yeah, where there are no seasons, but yes.
Okay. Siblings or only child? Are you an only child or do you have siblings?
An only child, actually.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you wish you had siblings?
I I don't, only because my parents were enough to handle just for me. I don't need more. We had a nice unit of 3 going on, and I was fine with it. I spent a lot of time talking to myself and entertaining myself, which then I turned into a job. So
there you go.
Yes.
It worked.
I started talking to myself as soon as I moved away from my siblings. It's fun. Okay.
Yeah. I mean it lovingly.
Yes. Your go-to meal for dinner.
Honestly, my husband's steak.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a legend on the grill, and so steak dinner.
Your favorite city?
It's Oxford, actually.
Okay.
Nice. I mean,
It really
tracks.
is. Yeah.
If you could go to space, would you?
No.
Yeah, I think it's a bad idea.
I don't need to be there.
Yeah, I finished Atmosphere too, and I was like, this is
Atmosphere, I kept texting Taylor being like, I think I know what I'm saying. Space, I think, just breaks my brain in a way like nothing else does. And it just, the enormity of it and the scale, I can't get my mind around. And so I really I like being here, appreciating it, but being in it just feels like getting swallowed up by some unimaginable void. And no, thank you.
Yeah, you don't really have control up there.
No control.
Okay, if you were a color, what color would you be?
I think green.
Nice. What's a book you always recommend?
Middlemarch.
By who?
By George Eliot. And then people are always like, why did you recommend this to me? And I am like, because it's the greatest novel ever written. I'm sorry, it's 800 pages and, very, very dense and Victorian, but you will feel like you actually accomplished something when you're done. And it's just my favorite book ever.
Nice.
How often do you reread?
It's been a while now, because my job doesn't let me read anymore.
That makes sense.
But I mean, I would read every about 3 or 4 years since college, and then it's probably been 5 or so now. But yeah.
Nice.
Do you want to do the name one? Is that why you've highlighted that one?
Oh no, I was just highlighting it for. Okay. I mean, I can do it if you want. You can do it.
Christine loves this question.
I do. If you had to rename yourself, what would your new name be?
Oh, that's a really good question. I don't know exactly what it would be, but I tend to like boy names for girls, so I think I'd be like a Quinn or a Jack or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Oxford pub, Oxford library, or Oxford romance?
Oh, it's a choice,
yes.
Not each one, favorite of each one. I gotta go with an Oxford pub.
Nice. Are you a fish and chips girl?
I am now. I wasn't when I was there. I didn't eat fish when I was there, which is such a waste because that's actually the thing they do well.
Yes.
I don't eat fish either, and I have the same situation.
So, yeah.
Current hyperfixation, TV, snacks, drinks, anything in your life?
I don't have hobbies.
What are you obsessed with right now? Your shampoo? Do you
I'm really not. I have to think
nail
about this.
polish colors?
No. This is chipping off from the premiere. What am I fixated on right now? I'm trying to solve a technical problem in my booth. Does that count?
Sure.
Yeah.
Question mark?
It's a thrilling life I lead. I really don't. Nobody be jealous.
What's your go-to coffee order?
I don't go out, but I have a one of those Breville Nespresso things,
yes.
And I just like the classic Verona, and maybe with a shot of espresso of the chocolate espresso in there when I'm feeling feisty.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's an audiobook that you always recommend?
Daisy Jones and the Six.
Yes.
I think it's the gateway audiobook, the perfect gateway audiobook, because it's written in that fake oral history style, so it can sound like a podcast to people who just need to get their feet wet in audio.
Yes.
So Daisy Jones is always my go-to rec.
Nice.
Good one. Wait, did you do that one?
I did. I played Julia, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like,
well, I'm one of the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. No, my go-to audiobook recs are all of your audiobooks.
Well, thank you.
Depending on the person, I gauge who they are and which one they would like the best.
Yeah.
And we go.
That's a good idea. It's like an old 17 magazine style personality quiz.
Yes. Yes.
Good.
All right. Well, we're going to move into the interview section.
Dun, dun, dun.
The dun, dun, dun. Slightly more serious questions.
Okay.
All right. So, Julia, we're all very curious about what came first here, the chicken or the egg. You were acting, but when did you start narrating audiobooks versus writing books/screenplays? Were they both happening at the same time? Also, I saw randomly that you're a licensed tea sommelier, and I was just like, what is... How did that happen?
Okay, so that was a period of insanity in my life when I was frustrated with everything and wanted to quit everything and thought I would just have a nice tea room somewhere. And then audiobook work picked up. But I still do love tea. So I was a child actor and kind of reached the height of my career in high school, and then the show that I was on ended the same year I was done with high school. I went, coincidentally, which was nice, very convenient of them. Thanks, ABC. I went to college and took a break from acting and focused on English and creative writing. I had been, because I grew up in Hollywood and working, so much of what I was reading at that time was obviously screenplays, and I still think in screenplays. That's the way my brain tells stories to myself. But when I graduated, I fully intended to come back to on camera and kind of get my old job back, except so much had changed in the industry while I was at college. And it was like, speaking of Netflix, Netflix was still sending out DVDs, but there was like, Breaking Bad was just getting going, and a lot of movie stars were taking my job. Like all those old series regular gigs were gone. So I just kind of kept getting like downgraded into the stuff I was getting. So in the meantime, I was doing some pickup screenwriting work, which is how Oxford came to be, which I'll talk about, I guess, later. But and in the middle of all of that, I was tutoring also. Keep that in mind.
All the side gigs.
Yeah,
hustles.
We were hustling back before that was a thing. And I was always working on books, like writing my own books. I was always just kind of had the project. I was revising my college thesis, which was a novel and stories. I was working on a couple of other books at the same time. But when I started narrating, I realized that it was very hard for me to be performing books, like be in the voice of other authors for maybe 4 days at a time and then start over in another voice, in another genre, in another, like just bouncing as maniacally as I was from book to book while still keeping my own authorial voice intact with my writing, and I couldn't do it. So I stopped writing for about 4 years while my audio career was building. So the answer is everything was kind of happening simultaneously. And I think there's probably I think a lot of people assume that I was narrating and just thought I could do this and started writing. And that's actually not, like, the audiobooks was the job that came along to kind of pay the bills in the interim.
I mean, you don't write my Oxford year if you don't love writing and books and reading in English.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, like, the take on that book when it came out was like, I can't believe this is a debut novel. And I'm like, because it's not. Like, there's, like, for most authors, which is true for most authors, right? You know this, like, most people have at least a couple of drawer manuscripts that didn't sell or they didn't get an agent off of, and but it's not the first book they've actually written.
Yeah. So my Oxford year slotted in while you were doing the screenplay pickup work before audiobooks really started picking up?
Yeah, so all of this was happening. Okay, wait. This is the only way I can do this. So 2012.
Yes.
My father died, and then 3 weeks later, I recorded Gone Girl.
Oh my God.
And that was 2012 was a huge turning point in audiobook work picking up for me. So I was doing that a lot. In 2013, I got the call about there's a screenplay set at Oxford. We're looking for screenwriters who had gone to Oxford to be able to do a rewrite for authenticity stuff. So the starting work on the screenplay happened in 2013, and then by 2015, all the producers and I had all kind of said, I think there's a book here. Like, there is so much good material here, and there's so much story to tell. And it's about poetry and literature and Oxford. Like, nothing's ever wanted to be a book more. Mm-hmm. And so I started writing very quickly in 2015.
So why do you think that they pushed you to write the book? Is that normal of like for the process?
It wasn't. It was the first time, and it wasn't a push. Trust me, I leapt at the opportunity. Mm-hmm. No, it was that the production company, the really, really smart, talented producers at Temple Hill had had a lot of success doing adaptations.
Okay,
and they were starting to think about, maybe we should be fostering the stories we actually want to tell. Mm-hmm. And so it came out of that they were kind of already moving forward into that space as a production company, and I was very ready to. I don't think I would have taken, like, if they just said, here's a book we want you to write, go write it. I had been working, doing drafts of this screenplay for a year and a half, and just had a strong connection to what Allison had written, the original writer had written, and what the other writers had come in and done. And I just loved it so much. And I had so much to say because of my father dying, and then also taking care of my grandfather and my grandmother for the last 3 years of their life, because he left them essentially like orphaned. Mm. And so I just had a lot to say about death and dying and grief, and a screenplay is not the space for that. There's no room. Mm. And so it was very nice to be able to have the opportunity to have this book to explore what I wanted to tell.
Wow. So had you been to Oxford? Did you have an Oxford year? Did you have an abroad year?
I did. My junior year was at Oxford, and what was very special about it and unique is that my home college, Middlebury College in Vermont, has a boutique, long-standing relationship with Lincoln College at Oxford. So it's not a typical study abroad program for Americans. Like, I lived in college, I was fully matriculated, I'm considered an alum. I wrote a thesis while I was there. Oh, I had library rights. Like, I was a fully embedded student just for a year.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Well, okay. I've also experienced a lot of like grief and loss. I lost both my parents, and thank you. But, as writers, like, I've wanted to explore that in my own writing. So what do you think about, like, what about Ella/Anna, because they yes. changed her name, and Jamie's story felt especially personal for you to tell? And I guess, what advice would you give me about like exploring those themes?
I think it was very helpful, to be honest, to have this external story that I was grafting my own feelings and opinions and philosophies onto, so that I wasn't just spinning some original thing. It didn't get too autobiographical. It didn't get too personal for me. If someone had asked me from the very beginning, we want to do a love story set in Oxford, what's your pitch? It would not have been this story, right? Like, it's just, and so I think having that distance from it was incredibly helpful to not feel like it was very therapeutic, but it wasn't therapy. And it gave me that distance. So I can only say, and this would be different for everybody, maybe some people really do want to just like bleed on the page. But for me, I think having an external storyline that was not personal really helped me be able to have enough distance to write it.
Okay.
Yeah. Where like the emotions and the feelings are the same, but it was more about almost understanding a friend. I could understand what the characters were going through. The empathy there. But it wasn't me.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
So my Oxford year has been slated for the screen then from the very beginning. And like we found it through, I think, Sam Heughan being announced as it being attached to it back in the day when I think we were like super obsessed with the beginnings
of Outlander.
Stages of Outlander.
Yes.
I kind of want to hear about the journey of the adaptation for you. Like, how involved were you? Were you there throughout any of the attachments and castings to like put your 2 cents in? How was it?
Sure, yeah. So, yes, at the moment that we decided there should probably be a book here, and I set out to actually go to town, like get it done, the movie was very much full steam ahead, and I was writing very fast to try to beat the movie that I was worried would come together faster than I could write a book.
Oh my God.
And in the process of that, they cast Sam, and I remember thinking, I have to change the character's name now because it's Jamie, and like I can't do this to him. We can't do this. And again, that was another situation. I had a deja vu moment with Corey where I was like, who? Like, I don't know. And so I went and then watched the first season of Outlander, which I think was on at the time. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so a lot of him actually went into the writing of the book. That's essentially who I was modeling that character to a certain extent, physically more than anything. But it was like, okay, that's who's going to, like, I will write this book kind of with him in mind. And it fell apart for reasons I'm not even entirely sure I knew at the time, and I'm still not sure I know, but just Hollywood, it falls apart.
Yeah, it's just, things fall apart all the time.
Yeah, and so the joke of all of this is it just kept being like, write faster, let's go. And in the meantime, I was also recording 70 audiobooks that year and like Jesus just Christ. Losing my mind.
How do you do 70 audiobooks a year?
You don't, is the answer. You have a breakdown.
Amount.
No, it's never again. But that's what it takes. like they're so poorly paid that's what you have to do to keep your head above water when you're first starting.
Yeah.
So I would get up at like 5 a.m, write this book until 11, put some food in my body, and then get in the booth for like 8 hours and record. And it was about a year of that. And the movie, as I recall, kind of would get set up somewhere else and then fall apart again, get set up somewhere else, fall apart again. And meanwhile, the book had like been bought and then published, and then, and so now we're here, it's been out 7 years. And I think it was set up for a minute, and then COVID happened, and then the strikes happened, and it just kept getting delayed. And then this last thing, this connection, I think, with Sophia and Temple Hill coming together and coming to Netflix, and it was just like the right moment, finally. And so I've sat back on everything. I haven't touched the screenplay since the last draft I touched, which was probably 10 years ago, and I consider myself like the ambassador for the book. But I have enough distance at this point that it's just been very interesting to see how it's come together finally.
Is there anything that you would do differently or tell yourself advice-wise if you're adapting another of your books? Right.
So I think I think this is just such a one-off, unique experience where there's not a lot of situations where someone is given the opportunity or responsibility to reverse adapt a screenplay that wasn't theirs originally into a book that very much is theirs. And so I just have this is so singular. And even, for me, someone who's been in Hollywood so long, I've never seen anything like this. So I'm not even sure there's lessons to be learned or taken away. But I definitely, if it were the other way, like if this were happening, if it were Thank You for Listening or Casanova LLC, I'd be much more involved. But this has always been, someone else's vision in many ways. And I just don't feel like it's my...
your baby.
I got the book. Like, the book is my version. I'm so happy for everyone involved that they finally get to have their version out there. They've been working so hard and so long, and it's finally here.
So Temple Hill, that's the production company with Whit Godfrey, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and if you guys don't know, Whit Godfrey is the one who brought like The Fault in Our Stars, The Hate You Give, Twilight. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, why did we say Twilight first?
And that's what I mean by, and Marty Bowen, the Wick's partner at the company, this is very much his passion project. He's the one who sort of came up with the original idea of wanting to do a love story set in Oxford, and went out and brought Alison Burnett, a wonderful screenwriter, on to do the first draft. And so this is just like Marty and Wick making it happen at a time when very few things are actually getting made. They just magicked this into existence.
Yeah. What about, like, I mean, we all just saw the film. We just talked about that. What from the film was like a standout for you? Was it like actually seeing your story in Oxford? Was it for me? I just want to say, like, watching Corey, Christine and I remarked on this together. He was giving such Hugh Grant vibes.
So hard.
And both of them were just incredible on screen, and I loved what their chemistry was so good. So I just want to know, like, what kind of stood out for you when you were first watching it?
There's a couple of things, actually. So I was thinking about this. I was reflecting on the fact that, again, seeing all the different iterations of this story and, like, what has been important to each writer as they come on. And I think there's one scene for sure that has always been there, and it's the tutorial scene. And again, every writer has a different take on it. I certainly changed it for the book, but that first moment where these two people stop seeing who they think the other person is and actually see them. And it's less a meeting of the minds and more a meeting of the soul. And that is so crucial to this story. And I loved finally seeing it. The other thing that I thought was hilarious was the karaoke scene has also been there from the beginning. And when I was trying, except it was different. It used to be that he was very good at it. And she set him up to fail and then was like, oh my God, this guy's good. And it was going to be this like slow push in on her of just realizing, oh God, I'm in love with him. Oh God, I got it. And so it's just, again, very funny to see how that changes. But when I was trying to adapt that for the book, I did like 10 tries at this scene and was like, you can't write about karaoke.
It's
like,
so hard.
Sorry, but that's like dancing about architecture. Like, this is not translating. And so I switched it up and I had them in the book. They just go into the snug, like the kind of closed off part of the pub and have a very, very real, vulnerable conversation.
I was going to say, I don't remember the karaoke scene. I thought that was
I couldn't do it.
Movie.
I couldn't do it. So
makes a lot of sense.
It's very, very funny again to see that kind of evolution.
Yeah, the standout in the movie for me, like, I loved that I was almost crying one minute and then laughing the next, and it was consistently like that. And it's so beautiful when that can be translated on screen and you never get too sad. And I think the friend group was just perfect.
Yeah, the friends are delightful. I mean, this is the thing of, like, I think just the charm of what that project has always tried to be. And I think trying to find the balance in writing the book where there aren't many books, like, I can think of a couple that are in this lane, but also when it was published, like, we're talking about 2018. I was reflecting on this the other day. So it was acquired in October of 2016, and The Hating Game had just come out a couple of months prior from the same publisher and the same imprint. And I think there was this sense of, like, great, more rom-coms. Like, this is the beginning of this new golden age of rom-coms. And so this book kind of was packaged as that because no one really knew what else to do. And so it came out, and I just think people did not know what to do with it. It was, like, very polarizing.
Yeah, because it wasn't a rom-com per se.
No. And it was like, realistically, this book probably should have just gotten, like, a hardcover, like, you know, kind of standalone front list release. And instead it just became like, here's more rom-com and then it would just take people by surprise and take them out at the knees. And I remember
I was taken by surprise.
I was whoa.
I was like, what is happening?
I'm like, this just took a turn.
A very sad turn.
I'm not liking this. And so as a result, like, and that was very top of mind when, you know, when I was writing it, was just like how to smooth this turn that you want to have the surprise of it. And that's the reason why the book is also written in first person present, because it needs to be so immediate for her. She can't know any of this. I didn't want to do a third person voice where it feels like the voice of the piece has been withholding this information from the reader in like a manipulative kind of way. So it had to be first person present. Which painted me into some corners in the adaptation process, but that's more of like a craft lecture. We don't need to get into that. But yeah, finding the way to kind of merge this tone was challenging.
Mm-hmm. You did it really well.
Thank you.
I thought it was interesting hearing the crowd in the theater kind of realize that at that scene. And people be like, oh, and then
the gasp.
Oh.
My favorite is the response to the trailer, like looking at some of the comments on the trailer and seeing, like, as soon as it says from the producers of The Fault in Our Stars, watching like the comments be like, oh no.
What is this?
So,
what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's very, I mean, it's also just like a time capsule of publishing. Like 7 years ago, I think we would have had about 7 pages of, trigger warnings and some flap copy hint of it, but no one was really doing that at the time.
I mean, and The Fault in Our Stars, though, is another example of like a movie where you're laughing, book where you're laughing and crying and laughing and crying. And that's what makes it so digestible for everybody, because it never gets so sad that you can't laugh with them.
You have to have that. I mean, I think like anyone who's actually been through a grieving process or like dealing with that kind of existential threat of living and dying every single day knows that it's also incredibly funny. Like things get very funny because they're so absurd.
Yeah.
No, my favorite thing to do is hit people with the dead parents joke. Oh my God. I love seeing their reaction.
How do you set up the dead parents joke?
She does it very bluntly now.
I do it so bluntly. I was just in cosmetology school for like 6 months, and I had to relay this information to a lot of new people very quickly. And some people will be like, oh, like, what do your parents do? I'm like, mine are dead. Yeah.
They're busy being dead.
Yeah. They're dead.
Oh my God.
I don't have them anymore. Oh, I don't know what that's like. They're dead.
Oh my God.
You have to do it though.
Yeah,
That's exactly how you do it. Like you've got to diffuse the, not only for your own sanity, but also for the comfort of everyone around you. It's
yeah. And I'm like, it's fine. I made the joke. It's fine.
Right.
I want to ask, did you almost die when you were in the UK crossing the street? Because that happens. Okay, you didn't?
I didn't, but only because I was like hyper vigilant and super paranoid.
Oh my God. Okay, well, so when I was reading my Oxford year, I had just submitted my first novel, which was Again But Better, and it's a study abroad book. Like I studied abroad in London. And I had copy edits come, and they were like, would you actually almost get hit by a car? There's signs everywhere on the streets. And I was so mad because it was like, everybody almost gets hit by a car when they first go to the UK. This is ridiculous.
I think that's fair. London, I definitely think the propensity, even though you're right, it's on every crosswalk. Like, I do think...
Nobody looks at crosswalks.
No, and you're talking and you're looking up here and you're looking at everything, and absolutely it's a problem.
Especially when you're like from the East Coast, like in New York, we just go. Like,
yeah. They'll deal with it. The cars will deal with it.
And I almost died probably like 4 or 5 times and was saved by a friend. And then I read my Oxford year and I was like, she almost died!
That is actually a good point about the friends, because I would notice that as we'd get close to a crosswalk, I would have friends like kind of get very close to me, the way that like a shepherd will like get close and like like unconsciously herd you toward the kitchen when they want food. Like it has that sort of feel of the friends just sort of starting to like be ready to grab at any point.
Yeah, it was like Edward Cullen a bunch of times where like their arm would pop out and just like ram me backwards.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to ask, what does a day in the life of Julia Whelan look like?
Oof, man. Right now, so there's no writing happening right now because a year and a half ago, my husband and I started an audio publishing company. Yes. So we're in just like full startup mode of Audio Brewery takes every waking moment because we're doing everything for the company. When you have a spring like I had, where there was also a ton of traditionally published books that I was recording, like we had the new Emily Henry, Taylor's new book, V.E. Schwab's new book, Home of the American Circus, These Summer Storms, there were like 2 others, I think. It was insane. Like I get up, I do a bunch of emails, because I feel like my job is just emails at this point. I do a bunch of emails, and then when my voice has warmed up, I try to get in the booth and get my hours done as, if I can by mid-afternoon, and then I go back to doing work until about 9. So,
oh my God.
It's just the way it is right now. I was kind of joking recently that, like, waiting for this movie to happen for 13 years, and it's like, of all the summers. Are you kidding me? Like,
the startup summer.
But luckily, again, I just get to go to the premiere and stuff and have fun. It's not my hard work, so whatever. Nice. It's been a nice vacation.
So you're not working on books right now. You're like, that's on the side.
I'm not. Yeah, I bought myself a little bit of time with Casanova LLC, which came out, as audio and ebook a year and a half ago. And now I'm just like, okay, but now everyone keeps doing when is the next book coming out? And when are you going to, and I am going to be nailing that down in October. I have about 4 ideas that I'm juggling right now, and I will figure out what it's going to be so that hopefully by the beginning of the year I can start getting into a solid practice. That's the goal.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to roll on into impromptu vocalizing advice game with Julia Whelan.
Okay, let's do it.
Before we move in, I have to fangirl for a second because I couldn't do this when we first met you, but obviously I said I'm obsessed with your audiobooks. I fall asleep to your voice every night. I'm like always re-listening to Emily Henry's and my comfort books.
Aww,
so
mine too.
Yeah, so I've been like re-listening to Beach Read, and last night as I was listening to it, I was like, this is so weird. I was like,
wake up and just continue the conversation.
No, I thought this. Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
No, I thought the same thing when we like met in person at the premiere, and I realized I'm like, oh, I actually just listened to her all last night because I was getting a cosplay ready for Comic-Con, and my favorite thing to do is craft and listen to audiobooks, and I was just listening to My Great Big Beautiful Life.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, she read to me all last night.
Aww.
Yeah, so if you haven't listened to a Julia Whelan novel, you're missing out. And you do one of the most believable hot man voices I've ever heard in my life.
Christina's obsessed.
I'm obsessed with it.
Can I just say, one of the producers came up to, I was talking to Corey about that sweet boy. I'm going to tell on him for a second. That sweet boy listened to the audiobook of My Oxford Year twice.
Oh.
And then actually asked me, he was like, you were very good. Have you done more audiobooks? And I was like, oh, baby. Oh, sweetie. Okay. So but the producer overheard this conversation and came up and said, do you think people are going to like his voice more than your Jamie Davenport voice? And I was like, that's content right there. Like, that's what we should do. We should have to do back-to-back lines.
You have to.
But anyway, so yes, the hot man voice. I see the territory to Corey, though, let's be honest. I mean, come on. But go ahead.
I don't know. You put up a real good fight. Okay. And I was wondering, so I have a little game here. If you could give us like a real quick 101 how to do a believable man voice, because when we do man voices, I mean, at least when I do, it usually turns into a douchebag voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can go very quickly into that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like New Jersey, like.
Yeah. Well, okay, but to be fair, like that could be a little sexy too.
I mean, sometimes. But like sometimes it's like not appropriate.
Yeah.
They just become a gangster.
So like, they back off.
Prepared for this voice
they
lesson.
Just become like a Sopranos. All my voices become the Sopranos.
Yeah.
Okay,
so here's what I will say. This was a learning curve because no one actually teaches you how to do this. There was no, especially when I started in audiobooks, there was no like classes. No one knew how to do this. So trial and error. And what I realized is that when I first started, especially recording romance, where there's like these alpha guys, I would just try to get like really low. Like you said, I'd get like kind of like really low, and I thought that was the goal. And then I'd listen back and be like, God, I killed myself on that. Like I stripped my voice. It took like 2 days to recover, and I can't even hear it. I get nothing out of this. And I had a kind of like, aha moment when I realized that I just needed to approach the character like I would approach any character. That it's actually not about, the bassy depth of it. It's just about what makes that character sexy. And I think Emily's heroes are a really good example of this because they're all sexy in very different but very real ways. They feel like they could be real people. So I will find something, like if we're taking Beach Read, for example, I will just find something to latch onto with Gus, where like that kind of irony. And I just pictured someone who would be like standing outside of a creative writing class, smoking a clove cigarette. And so for him, I just wanted that really kind of like gravelly thing, you know, where he's just, he's kind of over it. Like it takes a lot for him to even want to have the conversation. And so,
Charlie.
Well, Lastra is just a smoke show. Like that was, I sent Em a text when I was reading that book and I was like, this is hands down your sexiest character yet. And I said, fuck it, I'm going, sorry, I don't know if we can swear on this.
Oh, yeah.
But I just said, I'm going to torch some fucking earbuds on this one. Like, I was like, this is going to be my magnum opus. Like, Charlie Lastra you gave me the scaffolding I needed to support what I want to do to him.
Yes.
So, again, this guy's he's very quiet, but he's very, very husky. And so you just have to have that. Like, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh,
dude.
It's all back here in the throat.
All the throat.
Julia, how do you do this? I don't
I
I'm
know.
scared.
So the exercise here is like I have a sentence for me and Natasha to read, and then for Julia to read, and then you all can vote who sounded the sexiest.
Okay, so let's start with bringing your voice out of your mask, okay? So out of
We
up
need some
here up
vocal
front.
exercises.
So let's just start with a kind of like we're going to do a singing thing here. So just start with like an E. Are you feeling vibration in your throat yet? There you go. Good.
I'm a singer.
Great. Stay there.
Not, can you tell?
Stay there.
Yeah.
And now don't worry about projecting. Don't worry about, that's what you've got the mic for.
Okay.
Okay. So you don't need to be loud with it, but just come in now. And what's the line?
It's right here. Natasha, do you want to go first?
Wait. Theodora, your hot coffee spilled all over my pants, but it's okay. I wasn't planning to have children, and I am very capable when it comes to laundry. Jesus. All right, I see it.
Can you tell I wrote this at 2 a.m.?
I thought you pulled this from a book or something.
No, I wrote this last night.
This is banter. This is original banter.
How do you not get flushed when you say those lines?
Yeah.
I'm just too focused on the performance. We just did a duet style, which
Is that your box back there?
This is my box. Yeah, this is my panic room. But we just did do you know the author Sierra Simone?
Yes, of course.
Erotic romance.
Yes.
Yeah, she's an amazing writer, but her stuff is bonkers. Audiobook just did a re-recording of the new Camelot series, and we did it multicast duet, so it's like, you know, each character has a voice, and so we were recording this thing together, and these scenes, there was like 60-page sex scenes in this, and it's
I know.
And everyone was like, oh my God, you must have been dying in the booth. And I was like, oh, I was dying for other reasons, like stomach gurgles, and it was getting hot, and like people's internet was clicking out, and like there's nothing sexy about recording. That's the short answer, is it's just doing the job. Okay, wait, are you gonna try, Christine?
Okay, I'm gonna try.
So remember, just keep it real.
That's definitely gonna come. Theodora.
It's Jersey Shore over here.
Theodora, your hot coffee spilled all over my pants, but it's okay. I wasn't planning to have children. And I'm very capable when it comes to laundry.
You got a future, kid. I think this is going to be great. Start an OnlyFans.
Christine, I really want you to try. Like, just do it again. And don't
take a
do
take. You know
Jersey.
what? Yeah, and how about this? Do the Charlie Lastra line. I have no intention of going easy on you, Nora.
That's gonna make her.
I have so much trouble doing like sexy lines out loud. Okay. I have no intention.
No. You need do the exercise.
Commit.
Okay. Theodora. No. What is this? Theodora. Your hot coffee spilled all over my pants. Okay. I wasn't planning to have children.
The Jamie Davenport voice?
And I'm very capable.
There is a bright audiobook narrator future in your future.
If they ever do like a soap dish of audiobooks, which is actually kind of thank you for listening now that I'm thinking about it. But like, I think you're in.
Oh my God. See, this is my issue. And like when my first book was coming out, people were like, are you gonna do the audiobook? Because I'm on YouTube and like doing like sketch stuff all the time. But like that's like all funny. But when it comes to like a part, it's not. Like I can't handle it. I can't handle romantic scenes. Ah! You can do it, Julia. Hit us with a good one.
Theodora, your hot coffee spilled all over my pants, but it's okay. I wasn't planning to have children, and I am very capable when it comes to laundry.
Oh my God. It's literally like someone else walked into the room every time.
That's how I get through it. When you're like, how is it so weird for you to read? I'm like, oh, no, I'm channeling. Like, I'm not actually doing it. I don't know.
Possessed.
Yeah, I'm just possessed. It's just a small little possession.
Nicole says, that's a pro right there. Yes, we know. She's the 70 a year, guys.
Very aware. All right. You also do the best old lady voice I've ever heard.
Oh, thank you.
Literally sounded like a grandmother walked in every time.
Thank you.
My great big, no, it's not my, I think it's just great big beautiful
It
life.
is.
I always want to add a my. But yeah, older woman voice is really fun to do.
Can you want to try this one? I think this might be easier for you.
I think it will be easier, but like it ends up being like this.
That's okay. That's everyone's grandma. We're all dealing with that.
Yeah, I got an Italian grandmother, and I just end up doing like her accent.
So you don't even need to work on this one. This one's just in you. That lives.
But how do you make it like
Yeah, but you make it like
gravelly and shifty in a way?
good.
I'm trying to remember what I did. So this was Margaret, right? Oh, yeah, so I just kind of do it sort of old Hollywood. Like, especially for her, it has a sort of Katharine Hepburn
Atlantic.
kind of shake to it. And it depends. I think that with so many of these women, you can kind of find it in the pauses a little bit because the processing speed can slow down a bit. But yeah, it's just the putting the mileage on the voice. This is 70, 80 years of talking, and it takes a toll.
Dude.
Christine, you get to go first on this.
Oh, man.
Why did you write such a long line?
Because I was just having fun with my joke.
It was a writing project. Go ahead.
Okay. This is my dog Wallpaper. I named him Wallpaper to confuse all the eavesdroppers in my neighborhood and teach them a hard-earned lesson. This is bad.
No, it's not. You've got a nice little, like, you kind of have a Still Magnolias thing going.
Yes.
So just lean into that. Or do it as your grandmother, but...
I named him Wallpaper to confuse all the eavesdroppers. I became Southern.
Yeah, go with it, though.
And teach them a hard-earned lesson about respecting my goddamn privacy. I love wallpaper. I feed wallpaper and cuddle wallpaper every night.
Okay, first of all, I love this character, and, like, I hope you're writing this character, because I need more from her mouth.
What a story Trinity says. Oh my gosh. I guess like what other vocal exercise, like I was going to ask in your day in life, like do you drink anything? Do you
Don't stall for time. It's go time.
I'm not going to be as good. Oh, honey, this is my dog Wallpaper. No, I can't do it. Okay, hold on.
Can you do a kind of Midwestern twang there? Because I also feel like that would work here. Like if you were like, oh, honey.
Oh,
just
honey.
swallow it a little bit so it doesn't really leave your mouth all that much.
Oh, honey, this is my dog Wallpaper. No. What other voices can I do?
This is my dog Wallpaper.
I was was about to go there. Okay. I'm going to do it again.
Your grandma.
No one's watching.
My grandma's like, oh, honey, this is my dog Wallpaper. And I named him Wallpaper to confuse all the eavesdroppers in the neighborhood. And I teach them a hard-learned lesson about respecting my goddamn... she doesn't say goddamn, though. She's a very church lady. My goddamn privacy. I love Wallpaper, and I feed Wallpaper, and I cuddle Wallpaper every night.
See, this is a valuable lesson, okay? This is exactly what I meant by you have to have the character in mind. If you're just trying to do the voice, it's divorced of anything.
No,
you
that's
have
so
to,
true.
So
Yeah.
it made such a difference when, even if you didn't sound like an 85-year-old, it's like we all know that woman because you had her so clearly in your mind when you were doing it.
Yeah.
Christine, which makes me want to go back to you and say, let's do it as your grandmother.
Well, this is my dog Wallpaper. No, I lost
No.
it.
This is my dog Wallpaper.
This is my dog Wallpaper. This is like I'm putting on like a Janice from Friends.
You
Yeah.
gotta go
Going
slower.
Really hot. This is my dog Wallpaper. I named him Wallpaper to confuse.
She shouldn't go slower. Slower is the problem. Slower is why it's coming out southern. Jersey is a different thing.
Jersey doesn't talk that slow, but like they have a warble, and I just can't do it. This is my dog Wallpaper.
Right, Gollum meets grandmother.
I feel like I'm too giggly to do this.
Good shot. We learned a lot today.
We tried. Do you want to do the professional Wallpaper?
Okay, but give me which accent am I doing? You want southern? You want
Let's do Southern.
What comes to you? Who calls to you?
in the character?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my dog, Wallpaper. I named him Wallpaper to confuse all the eavesdroppers in the neighborhood and teach them a hard-earned lesson about respecting my goddamn privacy. I love Wallpaper. I feed Wallpaper and I cuddle Wallpaper every night.
Oh my God.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's so good. Oh my God. Trinity, a grandma who smokes 10 packs a day. Yeah, that was the Gollum voice, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did eat that up. Thank you, Julia.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, this has been a pleasure. I think only thing we want to know now. You were kind of already talked about what you're working on, right? You're doing your company, your audio company. but
Yeah,
is there
I mean,
anything
mostly it's that. No. Why should there be? God.
else? We're all expected to
I
have
no,
so
I mean,
much.
yeah, we started the company with Casanova LLC, which was my last book, which is a very spicy romance, but weirdly my best reviewed book. And I was like, oh God, is this my calling? Maybe I missed it. And then I also did a companion to my Oxford year. I did the poetry of my Oxford year, which is an anthology of the poems that are in there with like a little bit of personal commentary about why I chose them. And since then, we've done about 15 other books and we have a steady release schedule in that. Plus, I'm always doing trad books. And like I said, I'm going away for October, and I'm really hoping to finally just make a decision on what the next thing is going to be and which direction I want to go in and start plugging away. With what time, I don't know yet, but I will make it happen because I did it once with my Oxford year and I can do it again.
Do you hermit when you're writing?
I try to, although it's very hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, I moved out of LA 8 years ago. I live in the desert. I'm very, unless people come to visit, I don't actually like have a ton of friends here or community. I'm very friendly with my neighbors. But I don't really have much of a social life. As you were like, what are you passionate about? I'm like,
Hey, you're passionate about books and writing and
I know, but
audio?
like, come on, you know what I realized? Because it has occurred to me I don't have a hobby and it's a problem. But then I realized that all I want to do when I'm not working is nothing.
Yeah,
So I'm working on making a hobby nothing. Like, can I do nothing?
That's a beautiful aspiration because it's really hard
goal.
to do nothing.
It's a
Wait.
goal.
But what do you do when you do nothing?
I try to do nothing. Like, I try to just sit outside and, like, look at the way the light moves across the,
Mm-hmm.
Do you like binge any shows ever when you want to do
We do, yeah. We've gotten into, what did we finish up recently? We're on the West Wing kick where we're watching, but that's only because it's like, I've done that periodically. Like, I'd say every 8 years maybe I go through the entire show. But right now it's like kind of on in the background because I'm so familiar with it. Mm-hmm. We don't have anything at the moment that we're like so attentive to just because this summer has been insane.
All right. Wait, what's your favorite movie of all time?
My favorite movie of all time? Mm-hmm. There's no way. I mean, it'd have to be like 5 or something.
3.
I always say Roman Holiday. I think because as a love story goes, I just think it's beautiful. I tend toward liking love stories that are not necessarily like the love itself is not as important as what the characters learn from having experienced it, which I think is actually a little bit in my Oxford year. But it's that, and then it's like all over the place. It's like Good Will Hunting and Pulp Fiction and When Harry Met Sally and like
nice, all classics.
Yeah, at this point, very of a certain time, that's for sure.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
Well, this has been so much fun.
This is very fun. I'm gonna want you to like work on this though and check in with me on your voice. Just
oh my god.
Yeah. Just send me some voice samples.
Send all the voice notes up in Instagram DMs.
So I master the man voice.
Yes. Yeah, perfect.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. You're spectacular. We can't wait to devour all of your things in the future. Natasha.
I mean, I was going to say, like, we always devour her things.
We do. Whenever there's a new audiobook, I'm like, oh, gotta check this book out now.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm really glad you were all at the premiere, and you're such supporters of the whole project, and I really appreciate it.
I know. We feel like we've been just like waiting for this to come out for so long. And so we're happy to be a part of what, like, in any way that we could have.
Yeah.
So many people are so excited about this. And I think that's what's really gratifying. Like,
yes,
because the book has been out for so long now, it really does feel like it's bringing new life to it. And it's fan service in the best possible way. So it's very nice.
All right.
Thank you guys. My Oxford Year is out on Netflix right now when this episode is out. So go check it out and tell us what you think.
Yes, it's on Netflix. Go run and watch. All right. Well, Julia, have a great rest of your day.
Have a great rest of your day.
Oh my God. Thank you. All right. That was lovely. A legend on the pod. So exciting. We're going to move on into Snap, Crackle, pop culture news. But first, we want to take a second to thank everybody out there listening. We appreciate y'all so much. And if you're not already, we'd love it if you follow the podcast for free in your favorite podcast listening app. Super easy to follow. Hit the follow button on Spotify. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube for free. YouTube.com/@thosworkingfangirls. If you don't know, we have a visual version of the show every week. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And we also have a Patreon. And that is what makes it possible for us to do this show, the support from listeners like you over on our Patreon. We love our community over there. And if you're interested in supporting us over there, we have a lot of fun perks at our Team Jacob level. You get the show ad-free. You get to come to recordings and be in the chat. And you get Fangirl Tea Time, our half an hour extra show every week, which is super fun, where we tell stories about our stuff going on in our personal lives. We dig a little deeper into the main topic. And we got lots to share today because we have had a crazy week.
Wow, crazy week.
crazy week. And that is available on our Patreon, patreon.com/thoseworkingfangirls. And the link to that is in the show notes. All right. If you're a patron, we're going right into Snap, Crackle, Pop. If not, we will be right back after these messages. All right. And we are back. Okay. I'm going to open this episode today at Taylor Swift, which has been very exciting because the rumblings of T-Swift 12 have not stopped. Taylor was spotted filming a music video in Los Angeles this past week. There are pictures, and there was like, it's so secretive that they wouldn't even play the song. Like the dancers only got to hear like the backbeat.
Yes. Where?
In LA.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You said this last night.
Yeah. And so that means something's coming. I think it's probably TS12 since she keeps like getting, not she, but the team keeps getting anything about TS12 taken down, any like rumblings, and it happened again. Another venue got all of their like rumblings about TS12. Mm-hmm. They were told to take all of them out of their
Why?
Publication.
I feel like that is causing
I think because
more...
it's real.
Okay. I keep harkening back to this one like paparazzi photo of Taylor looking like she was filming a video like a while ago, and we thought it was Reputation, but we still haven't seen that video or that look of what she was doing.
Yeah, I don't know
though. Okay. Just thinking of all these things that she has going on in she's got, we know that she has hopefully a documentary of eras.
She did. Oh, I saw a thread about this, and they had like all of the clues so far. And in her note, you know how she wrote that note to us about how she's not going to put out the rest of the things right now, the rest of the owned Reputation and debut. There was 12 exclamation points in one of the sections.
Okay.
So 12. All right, go on.
Okay. I guess as like content creators ourselves right now, you know, we're like, oh my God, I need to post this before it gets old. I need to do this before it gets old. Do we think Taylor's having those same things where she's like, I need to get this out before I get this out? And I just feel like, I mean, I guess she could be working on things simultaneously, but I feel like she should get the era stuff done first and then release a new album.
Well, I feel like she's kind of put the era stuff to the side. Like, she's like, I own them, so there's no pressure on it anymore. I feel like what does probably feel like she doesn't want it to get old are these songs that she's been inspired about her new relationship and her life. You know, like when your songs are a lot inspired by things going on in your life, that will get old.
That's true.
And you'll move on to new phases. I'm sure she had a lot written. She has a lot written from the time even before she put out Dead Poets Society. The Tortured Poets Department, because that very much was about like the tumultuous time, and she had like 2 songs kind of referencing Traverse, or 3, but that was like out of 19. And there's a whole new era that I'm sure that she's been writing about for the last 2 years that she wants to get out.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. They just released images from the new Netflix Pride and Prejudice.
Yes.
And okay, I just saw the actress who is playing Mary, I think, and she's plus size. And I find that to be interesting because Mary is, I think, the youngest. And she's the one who's usually like wearing all dark colors, like in the corner. She's the one who's like playing the piano when making a fool of everyone. Mary is the middle, but she's like not interested in anything. Lydia is the youngest.
Lydia is the youngest.
Yeah. Anyways, I just if this is the thing, I don't know exactly if she's playing Mary, but if she's playing Mary, I just hope, because she's like the black sheep of the whole family. And she's the only one that doesn't really have a romance in it. I don't know. I wish she was maybe more like Lydia in that sense, where like, even though Lydia has like, you know, a bad story in that case where, you know, she goes off and you know, gets married to Mr. Wickham, like at least she has a little bit and said like, you know, there's just like the body size prejudices against Mary, and she's already like this character that no one really likes anyways. So that just has me a little concerned. But I'm still excited. It's going to be a 6-episode season on Netflix. Okay. Emma Corrin is playing Lizzie Bennet, and our fave actress is playing the mother. Her name is Olivia Colman.
Yes.
And then, Christine, you just saw that Louis Patridge, who is Olivia Rodrigo's boyfriend, was cast as Mr. Wickham.
Yes. I was like, oh my God.
He's so young.
I mean, but these women are young.
Not all of them, but yeah,
and he's not that young. He's like 22, 23.
He's literally like 19 years old.
He can't be. Olivia's 21.
Okay, he's 22. That's still very young.
He is 22. But not for that time. That's how old they were.
Just compared to... Okay, Emma Corrin is probably in her 30s, and she plays Lizzie Bennet.
Well, the guy playing Darcy is 35. He's my age. He's born in 90.
Yeah, but Mr. Wickham and, like, Lizzie initially likes Mr. Wickham.
Okay, well, she can like a younger man. And then Wickham likes the youngest sister. So it's age appropriate.
Okay. Anyways, I mean, I'm still going to watch it, but it's going to be its own thing. Okay, go on.
So, no, I just saw that Mia Carriger has been cast as Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games on stage that's coming to London in 2025.
What?
What is this?
What do you mean on stage? Are we going to...
Like, it's going to be like a West End play, I guess.
Why?
I don't know, because it's the Hunger Games is big again because of the Sunrise on the Reaping and the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I don't fucking know. I didn't know this was happening.
We're going to see kids actually fight each other on stage.
I mean, it's going to be stage fighting, so it's not going to be like... And I bet all the kids will be 18.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm reading all this. There's a whole website. It's called Hunger Games on Stage. It's on sale now, guys.
Yeah, when it said 2025, I was like, whoa, this is coming soon.
The world will be watching. Citizens of Panem, prepare for an epic spectacular. The stage is set for the premiere of the Hunger Games on Stage, arriving in London in 2025 in a purpose-built, state-of-the-art venue, the Troubadour Cannery Wharf Theatre. An award-winning creative team, including playwright Connor McPherson, Girl from the North, I don't know who these people are, bring the original Hunger Games story to life in the first ever theater adaptation of Suzanne Collins' internationally acclaimed book. Follow the journey of fearless heroine Katniss Everdeen as she defies the odds in this gripping tale of courage, hope, and unbreakable human spirit.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. I hope that they're all adults. Like, and when I say adults, 18. That way... I mean, and I hope they're not old adults.
She's pretty.
Because that's weird.
The girl who's playing Katniss. Oh, wait, there's videos of them. Oh, my God. They're all going to be, like, in air fighting. They're on, they're, like,
wires?
upside down.
They're on wires?
They're on wires.
Interesting. Oh, well.
Is this going to be, like, a dance fighting type of situation? Is there going to be singing? Are we going to sing?
No, I don't think singing. I think that's why they said on stage instead of, like, the musical, you know? It's going to be interesting.
Wow.
It's in London, so it's not coming here first. All right. Another news. I didn't get to go through all of the news because we were at Comic-Con, but I'm sure stuff dropped at Comic-Con that we did not get to see.
I feel like there wasn't a lot of big news like happening. All I know, like for Marvel, there wasn't any big Marvel news. DC only had the Peacemaker thing. We don't have like an updated like Supergirl. We don't know when that's coming. The second season of Peacemaker is coming out. Honestly, there weren't very there was a Tron panel. And we got a new Tron
there was
trailer.
The Hail Mary Project panel.
Oh, the Hail Mary Project panel? Yeah, but we know that's coming. Oh, the new Percy Jackson trailer.
Oh, the release date of December 10th. See, I missed that, Kelly. Thank you. So, December 10th. Percy Jackson. It's coming soon. It's going to be December before we know it. Holy fuck.
And then the vampire Lestat, they changed the name of the show in the 3rd season.
Oh,
so it's not Interview with
show?
the Vampire anymore. It's the vampire. It's called something else. It's called the Vampire Lestat.
Maybe to bring in people that didn't realize that it was that story. And Kelly says that Bianca and Nico were cast for Percy Jackson as well. That's exciting. I missed the Percy Jackson stuff because it was on Thursday and we didn't get there till Friday. Are we going to talk about Comic-Con in its own episode, or are we going to talk about it in Tea Time?
I feel like Tea Time.
Yeah, because I feel like next week will be too far away from it.
Yeah.
All right, well, become a patron. You'll hear all our Comic-Con stories. But I have big news about my book.
Tell us.
And it's going to sound not great, but it is good. Okay? So 30 Flirty and Forever Alone's release date has been pushed. And I'm sorry that it's going to take longer, but it will be. It is good for a good reason. But the release date has been pushed to the 1st of January, 2026. So any events and stuff for 30 Flirty and Forever Alone will now be in January, which is wild because I was starting to plan them for November. But now it won't be when Natasha is in Florida.
Yeah,
that the book comes out.
That was happening.
And it won't be right after my sister gives birth, which is also supposed to happen. And yeah, it'll just be a less overlapping with other events time. And yeah, I can't say anything else right now, but please pre-order it.
There are reasons and there are good reasons, so just know.
They are good reasons. January, it's still 1/1. Like, I loved the 11/11 date because of the ones, and it still has an 11 in it, which is cool. But it's crazy that there could be 2 books in 2026, even though this is like the barely 2026. It's 1/1. But if my other book comes out in 2026, that's wild! But it'll be all the way at the end. It'll be like October, November if it does come out in 2026.
Oh my god, 2 books.
Anyway, good. It's good news. And if you don't know, 30 Flirty and Forever Alone is my 4th novel. And it follows a woman who is turning 30, and it's always been her goal to be with her person by 30. And she gets invited to 2 back-to-back weddings the weekend of her 30th birthday. And Nicole says the cover / dress does give New Year's vibes. It does. And the book does have like a going into the new year vibe. There is a scene on New Year's. So I wonder if that had something to do with the kind of vibe of the placement of where they wanted it. But anyway, she ends up checking the +1 box for both these weddings, that she's going to bring a guest because she's going to be with her person by that time. And then the time comes and she's dated hard and has had nothing good come out of it. So she goes to these weddings very flustered, and she ends up meeting somebody at one of them. And we roll from there, and there's lots of themed weddings, and it's called 30 Flirty and Forever Alone. And it's out 1/1 now. 2026. Oh Crazy. The link to pre-orders in the show notes.
Yes.
What'd you say?
No, I just can't believe the date's moving.
I can't either. But it's for a good reason. This is what it looks like. And yeah. And now it'll kind of like line up with the San Diego LitCon that we'll be going to. Love LitCon.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to Love LitCon in San Diego in February of 2026. If anyone is interested in the SoCal area. We will be doing a live podcast there, and I will be an author there. And I am still going to Toledo Romance Con, which is a free romance con. It's one day, November 8th. And I will be bringing 30 Flirty Forever Alone arcs for anyone who, I will have a limited amount, but like if you come to my table, and I'll be on a panel there, and it'll be really fun. And it's a free event in Toledo, Ohio. And I will be there with my mom. She's going to help me with my table.
Oh, yay. Yay. I'm glad.
Yeah. All right. Moving on into what right now? Movies. We both saw My Oxford Year, and we both loved it. I was just so thrilled at the end for Julia.
I was too. I mean, and then she kept saying, she's like, it's not really mine. It's not really mine. And I'm like, well, it's still like yours.
Yeah.
But
it's still like it's based off of the novel.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it's not the perception, I think, from the world is that it's based off of the book.
Yeah.
Because not everyone knows the story.
Yeah. And like we said in the beginning, like I loved seeing Corey and Sophia like fall in love on screen. It was,
yes,
they were so good. Like enigmatic. Is that the right word? Enigmatic.
What did
enigmatic?
Enigmatic. I don't know the exact definition of enigmatic right now off the top of my head because I don't use that word very often. Want me to look it up?
Sure. But if you guys definitely need to give it a watch, like take a night, watch it with your girls.
Okay, I don't know if that's the right word because it's difficult to interpret or understand. Mysterious.
What? No, it's not.
Yeah. He took the money with an enigmatic smile. It's mysterious. It's a puzzle, a riddle, a mystery. Like an enigma, I guess.
I guess. Never mind. We're not using that word. Magnetic, maybe.
Endearing.
And then, Christine, what did you watch?
So, yeah, I saw My Oxford Year, loved it, and I saw Superman with Natasha and Chloe and Taylor and Becca and Natalie over the weekend, and it was very fun. It's my favorite Superman movie, to be fair. I've never actually seen a full Superman movie.
You haven't seen Man of Steel?
No, I don't know if you remember, but like all the film bros that I watched online at the time hated it, so I never saw it. But I've seen like clips, and I've seen Zack Snyder's other movies and didn't like them.
Okay, yeah.
It just didn't.
You probably weren't ever gonna like Man of Steel, so.
Yeah, I watched the Justice League cartoon all the time growing up as a kid. And one of the reasons why when Marvel started happening, I was like, who are all these people? Because I watched all these DC cartoons.
Everyone did. No one knew Marvel.
Yeah. And like when the Avengers happened, I was like, is that like the Justice League? Like, I was confused. So it was so cool in this movie to see the Justice League like kind of starting to form, and like they just call themselves the Justice Gang right now, but they're like, no, that's not our name. It was so fun. Like James Gunn's sense of humor is woven throughout the whole film, and it makes it really fun. The beginning was not as fun for me because like we didn't have as much like bantery, like nonsensy moments. And then as we move in, after we get kind of the lore we need to know about where Superman is in his life, things start to get really fun and pick up. And like we have classic like James Gunn fight scenes with fun music, and it's great.
Okay.
And there's lots of heart.
Oh, what did you think about Eddie Gathegi?
Eddie Gathegi was so good. He really steals the show.
He does.
Once he comes on screen and becomes like more of a main character is when the movie gets really good. And I was so proud of him.
Okay, Eddie Gathegi plays Laurent in New Moon and Twilight. And he plays Mr. Terrific. He's a part of the Justice Gang. And so he kind of comes and saves the day.
He's a fucking badass.
Yeah.
And I love like how Superman, I didn't know this about him. He's just like a big old cinnamon roll. He's just like too precious for this earth. He's like, I don't want to kill it. Maybe we can bring this giant monster to a galactic zoo. And Eddie Gathegi just like rolls his eyes like, man, he's destroying the city.
Hey, Superman just saves anything and everyone. He saved a squirrel.
He saved a squirrel! And like Did you see the video of David and Rachel where she's like, they're supposed to say nice lines to each other, like kind of pick-uppy lines off of the iPad, but he's not looking at the iPad, he's just saying nice things and he doesn't understand the lines that she's saying to him. He's like, I don't understand this game. You have great feet.
Yes, I watched all of it. It was all so
God.
good. Christine is
so
now
good.
sending me videos from the Superman press tour that I saw like 4 weeks ago.
See, my phone knew I had no interest until after the movie, I guess. And now I'm watching all of them. I'm like, oh my God, it's so cute.
I actually went and saw Fantastic Four with Alex, and we had just driven back home from Comic-Con, and Christine's like, I got so much to do, I can't go watch it. We're like, all right. So
I was not going to get home till like 1 a.m. if I went.
Yeah. And so Alex and I went and watched it, and I keep thinking about this movie, okay? I really, really liked Fantastic Four. It's definitely not as fun and like, peppy as a James Gunn movie, but I think they nailed the aesthetic. I think the actors bring all these characters to life. Honestly, the weakest person in the whole cast was probably Pedro.
That's what John said.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to tell Natasha till after.
Well, and that's fine. And I've understood now, like, I love Pedro, but he himself is so fun. And I don't love everything he's been doing because there are all of these, like, very to the point characters. And Mr. Fantastic is, like, a very, like, mathematical, like, smart dude. And the only way that he like softens is like around his family. And but the whole time, like, you don't really like him that much. I was blown away by Vanessa Kirby. And Vanessa, Pauline said, I love Fantastic Four. Vanessa killed it as Sue, and the visuals, especially with the Silver Surfer, were so good. I just want to say, watching a woman, because she is the only woman in this family, but watching a woman who has this profound femininity about her, who is super, who is taking on literally, like, they're in this world that they're in, they are like pretty much gods. Like, they're the protectors of the earth. Like, they're making all the decisions for everyone because everyone loves them and genuinely loves them because of what they have done for them, and in far as like protecting. But like, she's like in the political landscape, and no one, and I think in the past movies we just haven't really seen what her powers have done. But and she becomes a mother, and this is the first thing. It's the first scene, guys, we see, like, she's pregnant. And in this, we watch how her rage comes out, and it's so satisfying to see this woman be portrayed on screen to be everything that a woman can be, and let her be feminine, but also be rageful, and also just be so fucking powerful. Like, this is exactly what I wanted for the Scarlet Witch, but we're getting it in Sue. And it's sad that, like, we kind of had to be sacrificed, but we're getting it in Sue, and I really love to see that. Like, if there's anything, you need to go see Fantastic Four for Vanessa Kirby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Director of Fantastic Four did WandaVision.
Well, there we go. And the aesthetic of it, the retro futuristic aesthetic is so good.
Yeah.
They did it so well.
Yeah. Well, she must love doing that. Mm-hmm. Is it a woman that directed it?
I don't think so. No.
No, it's a man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
God damn it!
Matt Shackman.
Oh, I know that name. Okay, well, I'm going to watch it, probably on streaming since I missed my chance to go to the theater. Mm-hmm. But I will eventually watch it, and I'm excited to.
Okay, also the score, so good. Fantastic Four. Bum, 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 bum,
Nice.
bum, bum.
All right, TV. Have you watched The Summer I Turned Pretty Now?
No.
No?
We've been a little busy.
I know, but when I got back from Comic-Con, the only thing I did was watch The Summer I Turned Pretty and then go to sleep. Oh wait, no, I also have planned this podcast.
I watched Fantastic Four and wrote a concept, so.
I watched the newest episode, but I guess we won't talk about it. What are you reading?
I finished My Great Big Beautiful Life. I don't know if I talked about that. And then I started Hail Mary Project, and it was sucked right in. Holy crap.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So good.
I started listening to it when I was finishing up Poison Ivy for Comic-Con. And I really can't wait to get back to listening to it. The audiobook is so good. I can't
wait for you to get further in.
Oh my God, I love this stuff. I know you space. This is my favorite type of like non-romantic literature. It's figuring shit out and like and in space. Like Interstellar is one of my favorites. Arrivals is one of my favorite movies of all time, and this is like in that realm. And I love it.
It's so good. Oh boy. Yeah. Everyone will go listen to the Hail Mary Project audiobook. It's phenomenal. Speaking of audiobooks, I recommend to everyone.
What have you been reading?
I have been reading very slowly because we have been very, very busy. Scandalized, which is by Lauren of Christina Lauren.
Oh, yes.
But she put it out under a pen name. I'm trying to get the pen name. Ivy Owens.
Oh.
And I think it's been out for a while. I think it came out in 2019 or something, or 2020. And she just announced that it's her. Because a special edition is coming out or something. I forget because it's been a while. But I wanted to read it. Obviously, because it's by Christina Lauren, and I'm enjoying it. It's so spicy. It's like, I think one of the smuttiest rom-coms I've ever read since I've had like two very spicy sex scenes within the first, I want to say 50
Oh,
pages.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm just like not in it because we've been so fucking busy that I haven't gotten to read. So, okay, we're going to move on into Marry, Kiss, Cliff.
All right, Marry, Kiss, Cliff. David Cornsweet, Rachel Brosnahan, or Henry Cavill?
This is hard, but I think I'm going to marry David Cornsweet. He seems like a cutie patootie. And
he's definitely more up your alley.
Definitely more than Henry. And then I think I'm going to kiss Rachel because I love her. Probably Cliff Henry. I'm so sorry.
That's
Henry.
Okay. Because I'm going to marry Henry.
Obviously.
But this is really hard because I love them all. David's really cute and sweet.
He is.
Rachel's really fun. I feel like I'm going to kiss Rachel and Cliff David.
Wow.
I know.
All right. Nice. Both kissing Rachel. She's a fun girly.
She's too hot.
Yeah, I love her. All right, y'all. That is our show today. We hope you enjoyed our Julia Whelan special. Go watch My Oxford Year. It was a delight. Also sad, but like, again, perfect
worth it.
Balance. Yeah, worth it. Like, we were almost in tears and then laughing a second later because it has a very great balance of comedy and drama. All the links are in the show notes to all of the things we talked about today. And if you're interested in joining the Patreon, the link to that is in the show notes as well. We are off to go record Fangirl Tea Time. We've got lots of Comic-Con stuff to chat this week. And yeah, we are on social media. Follow us on Instagram at Those Working Fangirls. Links to follow Julia Whelan are also in the show notes. She's wonderful. Make sure you're following her. And My name's Chris. Oh, our podcast is edited by Emma Burton, Vergard, Riccio Natasha Polis, Alex Polis. Our music's by Cole Jenkins with vocals by Heather Traska.
Social media by the wonderful
Chloe Laverson.
I'm Natasha.
I'm Christine. We release 2 episodes every Friday, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.